So this year's E3 was certainly a mixed bag for a lot of people. Some liked it, some considered it disappointment, some were mad that Sony wasn't there, some just don't like Bethesda anymore. But even with all that, there are a few games that really stuck out to me. Now, I need to make it clear, these aren't the best games. Hell, these aren't even the 10 games I'm most likely to play. But they're the 10 games that either surprised me, or intrigued me, or just looked funny. And I'm absolutely positive that not one person in the world is going to completely agree with my list here. Just because it's my list. It's my personal picks. So enjoy or leave a hateful comment down below. Up to you. Number 10. Meat Fortress. Oh my god, this trailer was something else, that's for sure. I've honestly never played Team Fortress before, but I'm well enough aware of it to know that the characters were not made out of hot dogs. I mean, seriously, just watching these hot dogs run around and literally being blown to pieces was disturbing and hilarious, and I absolutely loved it. I'm unlikely to ever actually play this game, but it made me laugh, and that's what earned it a spot on the list. Same with number 9. So, Forza. This trailer was something else, because I'm watching this and I have literally no interest in any racing game whatsoever. And then, all of a sudden, Everything is Awesome starts playing, and Legos come flying down the streets. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, they're announcing a spin-off Lego racing game, that's pretty cool. But nope, they're adding Lego cars, Lego backgrounds, Lego tracks to the Forza racing game, and I was shocked, I was surprised, I laughed, and I think my favorite part is the Lego car at the end, because as soon as I saw the car, I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, they're doing the same thing they did like 3 years ago. They brought out the $1 million sports car and nobody was interested. It was just really stupid. It was a cheap, well, not so cheap stunt. But nope, this is a car made of Legos. And it is freaking beautiful and I love it. So yeah, again, a game I'm not likely to play, but one that made me laugh, and that's what earned it number 9 spot on this list. Number 8. Carry On. So Devolver Digital's press conference was weird and bizarre and insane, and I absolutely loved every part of it. But the only game that really caught my eye was Carry On. This, for one thing, it just looks absolutely amazing as the creatureless monster makes its way through these vents and pipes in a reverse horror experience, growing and destroying and killing scientists left and right. This looks like it'd be really cool to play, and just honestly looks like it'd be cool to watch someone play, because how the monster moves is so amazing and I love it. Alright, number 7. 12 Minutes. So this one was bizarre. I mean, like, really bizarre. Honestly, when it first started, I thought this was like a Stanley Parable spin-off or something. I've always been, interested in time loops, how they work. And this just looks weird. I mean, the top-down mechanic really makes you feel, like, distant from it, but at the same time, like you're watching a play carry out. And then you just repeat the same 12 minutes over and over again. As they say at the end, it's an interactive thriller about a man trapped in a time loop. There's a weird narrative where your wife's girlfriend, whatever, is being attacked by this man who says he's a cop, because according to him, she killed her father, even though he apparently died of a heart attack. I mean, it's clear she's hiding something from you. I like to believe she's a good person. Otherwise, the pregnant mother of your child is a monster, and I feel like that'd cause a whole bunch of issues. Anyway, it's just really weird, really bizarre, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a shot. Number 6. Blair Witch. So this is an interesting spot on this list, because I am not overly fond of horror games. I find them difficult to sit through. I find they give me nightmares. I just don't enjoy them at all, but the narrative setup here is interesting. I mean, you're a search and rescue guy with his dog trying to find a lost boy in the woods. Kind of reminds me of that amusement park game where you're chasing after your lost son. I mean, same way he keeps chasing after his lost dog, even as he goes through all these horrors and nightmares and everything. And oh my god, this part at the end where she's standing in the corner, it was then that I realized this is Blair Witch. Because Blair Witch is one of the few horror movies I've ever actually seen. And this this scene is just so iconic. It was then that I realized, oh my god, this is Blair Witch. It's not something I've ever seen done in game form before. I'm just really curious to see how they do this. So again, it's a game I'm probably not going to play, but it just seems so weird and interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to being released. Alright, number 5. Watch Dogs Legion. Now I must say, I have no interest in Watch Dogs before this press conference. It was a game that looked interesting, but just didn't interest me, if you get what I'm saying. And then we met Helen Dashwood, a 76-year-old hacker. And as we took control of this little lady, who sent out spider robots to eat people's faces, and tasered yards and climbed over railings as she ran away, I just could not stop laughing. This is bizarre and insane, and I absolutely love it. And then I was told that I could literally make an entire team of little old ladies to fill out the missions, and I just loved it. I'm a little nervous about how exactly they're going to implement it. I mean, they said, like, everyone in London is a playable character, which means they either need to literally make thousands and thousands of dialogue choices and options, honestly millions of dialogue choices for thousands of people, most of which the players will never see or interact with, or the characters are just going to be repetitive and hollow, which would be very depressing after they hype up this whole, oh, you can do anything, you can be anyone thing. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine how they would program it so that you can talk between players, or that players can talk about other players. Just trying to program that would be literally mind-boggling. But it's an interesting game, and I'm willing to give it a chance just because of the little ladies. Alright, number 4. Cyberpunk. Again, a game I didn't have any interest in before E3. I know what you're thinking. Did this game make the list entirely because of Keanu Reeves? Mostly yes. I mean, this guy just came out on stage, he was so charismatic, he was so charming, he just interacted so well with the audience. I'm like, I want to play this game just so I can hang out with him in it. It was just such an amazing experience, and since then the internet's just completely fallen in love with him. And there's a laser whip. I mean, seriously, did you see this laser whip? It is freaking awesome, and I cannot wait to try it out. So yeah, looks like I'm giving Cyberpunk a chance because it looks amazing and hilarious, and it's got freaking Keanu Reeves and laser whips. What else do I need to know? Number 3. Maneater. So this one is certainly something else. I've honestly never heard of it before today, but I absolutely loved everything about it. The gameplay looks hilarious and fun. I mean, you're a freaking shark who has to go around eating people. And as you do, you grow, you increase in size, you reach different stages of your life, and then you can mutate, getting like lungs so you can breathe on dry land, or metal teeth so you can rip through things better. I mean, this just looks absolutely hilarious, and honestly, it kind of reminds me of Spore and how the game plays. The leveling up, the growing, the evolving. I'm very curious to see how this all works out, and I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. No release date was given, but they said it'd be out before the next PC gaming show, so hopefully we don't have to wait too long. Number 2. The sequel to the Breath of the Wild. So this was something else. This was something none of us were expecting, and honestly, the hype for it was so great that when I was first making this list, there was no doubt in my mind that it would get the number 1 slot. I mean, my reaction to it was, well, just watch. Holy mother! So yeah, I was pretty hyped for it. It's looks absolutely insane. They're basically doing to it what Majora's Mask did Ocarina of Time. They're using the game engine, all the assets, to make a sequel to it much, much faster. Which I absolutely love, because there was so much in the world of Breath of the Wild that we didn't see, or that would work so well in other games, or that they could add to it just so easily. And especially if Zelda turns out to be a playable character, because the internet's really asking for that right now, and I think that'd be really cool. There's a lot of debate over basically everything about it, but I think basically every Zelda fan is absolutely hyped about this coming out, and no release date was given, but if they are reusing a lot of the assets in the game engine from Breath of the Wild, I can't imagine it'd be more than another year, maybe 2. All I know is I'm super hyped for it. I'm sure a lot of you are. And now, let's move on to number 1 slots. I mean, given everything I said so far, I think this should be pretty obvious. I mean, there's one game that stood out that everyone was cheering for, the internet's gone crazy over, everyone's loving, and that is Commander Keen. Yeah, obviously I'm joking. It's Final Fantasy VII, folks. I mean, the audience reaction to Tifa alone earns it a spot on this list. But even besides that, the gameplay looks absolutely amazing. Basically letting you hack and slash to build up the ATB bar, or just hack and slash all you want if that's what you want. And then you can start using your abilities and spells while time is frozen. I mean, it just looks absolutely beautiful. And they gave us the whole first boss battle against the Scorpion Sentinel, and it just looks amazing. Even people who were huge fans of the original just are loving this. I mean, some still want, the turn-based strategy back, but I, for one, am loving this. It's so cool, it's so interactive. Scorpion climbs up in the wall, and you have to shoot him with Barret. You can switch between characters. And when you switch between characters, your remaining characters are basically functioning on autopilot, which just looks so cool, and I absolutely loved it. I know we're all excited for this game to come out, and we don't have to wait that much longer. Release date's currently set March 3rd, 2020. I already pre-ordered it. I'm sure a lot of you have. So yeah, that was my list. Like I said, I doubt this list is going to match up with anyone else, but it's my list. It's the 10 games that really spoke to me, that amused me, that just made me smile or caught my interest. Let me know in the comment section down below what games really spoke out to you, or just complain that my list is absolute garbage. Be sure to like and subscribe, and until next time,
Peace.